Did you know that in your astrological chart there's a point that represents your public persona? In astrology, we call it the ascendant or the rising sign, but it's that sign that appears on the eastern horizon at the moment you're born. I like to think of it as a bit of the greenhouse effect, meaning that if you're in a glass greenhouse that has a certain color, let's say, of course, green, and you look out to the world, everything's going to look green to you. And when anyone looks in to see you, they're going to see green as well. So it's a very interesting way. It's almost like our operating system and definitely our perspective of how we view things. As many of you know, you're probably very familiar with the sun sign and the moon sign, but the ascendant or rising sign is another one of the most important aspects of the chart. We actually call these three the top three in astrology because it shows so much about who the person is. So I'll just go through the signs really quickly. My name is Michael Bartlett, Master Metaphysical Astrologer. Thanks for joining me today. So for Aries, if you have an Aries rising sign, that means that you're going to approach life very instinctually and very quick. You're going to be very much a responder to what it is that is going on, as well as someone who just initiates and makes things happen. Taurus is someone who's going to be very dependable and practical and be able to take care of the things that need to be done in life. People are going to see you as very strong and solid. Gemini rising people are always asking questions, seeking answers to things, wanting to know more information about what's going on. They're moving, they're always doing things. Cancer is going to be someone who's going to be incredibly nurturing. They usually have a very soft and welcoming face. It makes you want to share things with them, so it makes you feel better and makes them feel better. Leo can be sometimes Leo rising, especially any of the fire signs as a rising sign, can actually add a tint or a hint of red to the person's coloring as well. So sometimes we can see that as well. But with Leo, we find someone who's got a bit of a commanding performance, someone who we know that we need to pay attention to and follow for whatever reason. For Virgo, we know that this is a person who we can go to when we need to see what the details are in life and how we're going about doing things and needing to incorporate the many resources that we have in life to work in a very practical manner. Libra is going to be someone who's going to be really kind of known as the ambassador, someone who's working with the families or friends to help harmonize and make things go easy between one another. Scorpio, those people are always going to be very intense. In fact, the next two signs, Sagittarius and Scorpio, are the two that I find the most often in astrology. So if you're an astrologer, chances are you probably have one of those two rising signs. But of course, all the rising signs can possibly work with astrology. They just have a little bit more of a better insight. Scorpio in that sense, because it's able to get in and dig deep and find out what the truth is underneath. Sagittarius, for a completely different reason, it's looking for the truth. And in the same way that Gemini is seeking to find out the answers to things, Sagittarius is going to be asking a lot of questions, as well as pushing forward on the boundaries of adventure. And the key word for Sagittarius, as you know, is everything's going to be okay. The 10th sign, Capricorn, is going to be someone who, I like to think of Capricorn rising people as people who are very oriented with business. They're very successful. They know how to handle things. They know how to take care of things. They know how to set boundaries properly. They're really kind of on a path to success or on a path to get somewhere. Aquarius rising people are going to be very much observers. They're going to be people who are going to be maybe a little more alien looking, to be honest. They sometimes, with men especially, they can have shaved heads or bald heads, but there's usually something very strong about the face and very kind of unusual about it, because Aquarius is that place that shows us people are a little bit different than the rest of us. And for Pisces, we get to people who are just very accepting, loving. Could be spiritual. It could also be some people who are kind of going off and enjoying drugs and journeys and alternate experiences of reality. I hope you enjoyed this play of the rising signs throughout the signs. You can now find out what your rising sign is and how your public persona operates in life. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit like, share with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you so much and have a great day.